Melodie. We're doing a monthly topic of should marijuana be legalized? Do you think, in your opinion, why is it that society perceives marijuana as a negative influence?
Because they call it a gateway drug, and they think that if you smoke marijuana that you're gonna go and do heroin and cocaine and meth and all these other synthetic drugs that they are coming up with, whereas marijuana is a plant and people see it as, oh, it's so bad, but you don't see people high on marijuana do very much of anything except for eat, have a good time, and laugh a lot, because it lets you relax. You can use it as a medicine more than just, oh, it's a gateway drug.
What do you think the difference from the way that it was perceived in the 70s and 80s as opposed to it is now?
It has a worse stigma now than it ever has in the 70s or 80s. Like, it was bad in the 70s and 80s, but they were, oh, well, it's marijuana, they're not doing LSD, they're not doing this. So it was more, more acceptable because of the free love from the 60s, right? So people were still getting it, but right now, the stigma of having marijuana or being a pothead is worse. Like, you're afraid. You're literally afraid that if you're smoking this, that you're gonna get arrested. And it's just a plant. I mean, if rose plants gave us THC, we'd be going and smoking that too. I mean, and what, they're gonna ban that too? Like, it just seems so stupid.
So do you think that as a gateway drug, as you said in your previous answer, that it could be perceived as a gateway drug because of the stepping stone it had become in the 80s with the creation of cocaine?
Yes and no, but you're gonna get the bad of the bad abusing cocaine and using marijuana as a stepping stool for cocaine and heroin and stuff like that. And it depends on the individual. It depends on, if you go with people who have an addictive personality, of course they're gonna chase that high, and marijuana only gets you high enough. And if you're chasing that high, you're gonna keep wanting to have the highest of high. And marijuana won't continuously give you that, like heroin and cocaine and meth and all those other ones where you get that, oh my god, I'm extremely high. Whereas marijuana just gives you enough. And if you use it as medicine, it's not like you're doing it to chase the high.
Do you believe that marijuana is abused these days?
I think anything that humans have contact with, we abuse. We abuse the water, we abuse the trees, we abuse the oxygen, we abuse everything on the planet. What makes marijuana any different?
What kind of people do you believe could benefit from smoking marijuana, and why do you think that?
I believe that people that are sick, that have a medical condition that requires it. People, like, I watched my mom suffer, and she had a brain tumor, and she smoked the marijuana, and it made her happier. So she wasn't so sad all the time. And it's just, I mean, in this world, we're more able to give animals the lethal injection. Oh, it's better for their health. They're sick, but we let humans suffer to the point where they're not even themselves anymore, and it's like, it's not fair. So give them marijuana. It's healthy. It's a freaking plant. It's not hurting them.
In your opinion, what do you think is worse, cigarettes, alcohol, or marijuana?
I think cigarettes and alcohol are tied for about first. Just because, in my experience, I've had both being extremely deadly. For for no reason. So, I mean, cigarettes kill you, but it doesn't just kill you, it kills everybody around you. You don't have to be smoking it. They get a friggin' filter. We don't when it's being burned into the air that we're breathing. Us non-smokers of cigarettes end up smoking, and we could get lung cancer. We can get all this, and it's not fair that we choose not to. But on the other hand, drinking can cause accidents. It causes death. It causes ruined families, ruined lives. There's nothing good that comes from it whatsoever.
Do you believe that marijuana as a substance isn't legalized because the government isn't able to control the taxation of it? Or do you think it's more ironic that they control two of the deadliest substances as alcohol and cigarettes?
I think the reason it was banned in the first place is because the textile industry and the lumber industry would fail. Because with marijuana, you not only get medicine out of the flower, as you would think of it, and then you can use the stalk and the leaves. You can make clothing out of it. You can build with it. It's strong. It's like friggin' bamboo, and it grows because it's a weed. So the government, yeah, they could get money off of it, but if they legalize it, the United States is going to have some friggin' huge heyday about it, and they'll be like, we don't want to be your allies anymore, and because of their war on drugs, because of the Mexican border. So I don't think that it's going to go any further than it already has with the medical marijuana, which is sad because it's all government. It's all about who's going to lose out on money versus who's going to gain it.
Thank you so much.